guys to Axis and Allies, the Garrison. This is Detroit, broadcasting again from Rochelle Park, New Jersey. All right, today I would like to talk about time management and how time management can make you a better and more effective player. All right. Also, time management can allow for the game to be played at a faster rate. Okay. Last week, for instance, we were here at the Garrison and we played a game that lasted 12 hours. The game actually was played for a total of 6 rounds and only came to an end at the beginning of the 7th round when Robert, who was playing Germany, attacked Moscow, successfully taking the capital and in essence ending the game. Okay, so what we realized, or at least I have known for quite a period of time, is that the game itself, as it's played right now, simply takes too long. Okay, critics of the game have argued that it does take too long and that this is one of the reasons why many people who would play the game otherwise choose not to do so. Okay, it's been my experience that most players take their time when playing these phases of the game. It's both the combat movement, non-combat movement, which ultimately leads to placement of units. Okay, I believe that there have been times when I've played the game when I've taken way too much time, and when it's your turn to play the game, you don't realize this, but you in essence are using up a lot of time. It feels like it's going real quick when in essence it's really not. Okay, and I'm sure the same thing happens to other players when it's their turn, and now when it's your turn, you have to wait for them to move. Okay, if we can make the game faster, I believe that the game can be played more efficiently. Okay, and what that means in essence is that we all get to enjoy the game. Okay, so back in 2009, 2010, when the first edition of actually the anniversary edition of Axis and Allies came out, we had a few members of my play group that would take a very long time to move. I also included myself in that group of people that would take a very long time to actually make their moves. So we came to the conclusion that it was necessary to actually introduce time management. And back then what we were doing was that we would actually allot anywhere between 8 to 10 minutes to the combat movement phase. Okay, and then we would resolve combat, do our non-combat movements, place units, and go to the next player. Okay, what I'm claiming now is that not only should time be controlled or limited to not only the combat movement phase, but also to the non-combat, because what happens is that a lot of times during non-combat movement, players tend to also take their time. Okay, they tend to think about where certain units should go and where should they be placed. Okay, also the same concept with the placement of units. So if we can make the game faster during these phases, we can all benefit. I believe that there's something to learn here, and I believe that not only do we become better players, because now I've noticed that during play sessions that most people, okay, waste time when they're playing, when other people are playing. The idea though is for each individual playing the game, okay, to utilize the other player's time so that when it's their turn to make a specific move, when it's their turn to make combat movements and non-combat movements, that it's already all thought out. And then I believe time can be more effectively used, okay, during your session of play, during your turn. Okay, so okay, so you may ask me, Detroit, what is time management? Okay, it's quite simple. Okay, time management is just the allocation of time, okay, to the combat movement phase of the game, non-combat movement phase of the game, which also includes the placement of units. Okay, so of course you will need to get what we did was that we actually at that time bought digital timers, okay, to be able to play the game. We will set the clocks or the timers for about anywhere between 8 to 12 minutes, depending on the mood that we were in at the time. Now, I'm not quite certain what is the exact or the best time frame to be allotted with the global edition as is being played right now, because now you have more countries and the game as being played now is actually a little bit more complex. So I'm not quite certain what the time that should be allotted to each sequence, but I do recall that doing so made the game faster, and then of course it also made us more efficient players. Okay, so I think of it in terms of chess. Okay, I am a chess player, or at least I used to be a chess player. For a very long time, for hundreds of years, chess was actually played without a clock. It was not until later on that people realized that by the introduction of time to limit the time that a player would take on making a specific move, that the game could be expedited and that it could be played a lot faster. Let me know what you guys think. I mean, I think it's something that is worth going over and something to consider, the introduction of time management. Okay, I know that for gaming purposes, I think it's a good thing, especially I believe during tournaments or during times when you have very limited, during days that you have a very limited time frame to play. So I believe that this concept of time management can definitely help us all to play, to become better players and to play the game better, okay, and to make the game more efficient. All right, guys, so just a couple of things, just a couple of shout outs to the Outpost, Teflon, and to Paul Rodovich, who once again reached out to me and made a positive comment, which I appreciate. Guys, as you know, I'm still in the process of building the Garrison. I do look forward to your commentaries. I try to get back to as many as I possibly can. All right, it does, you know, I don't always respond right away, but I do at the very least get back to you. It's sometimes that I just, you know, I'm busy with life and I take my time getting back to you. So, but I do appreciate the comments. I do try to respond, okay, and I do enjoy hearing from you guys. All right, guys, that's about it for now. Let me know what you think. If you have any, criticism of the idea of time concept, please let me know. Okay, it's all about learning and making the game better.